Now you have ordinary Indian companies, well-known brands, huge brands, okay, from Mumbai, from the south, from the north, from various states and various regions, national capital region, any city you care to name, the same story is coming in, and there is a huge conspiracy of silence. Newspapers don't want to talk about it. I am stunned. Systematic mis-selling. Systematic. They have created a structure for mis-selling. So what do I mean by mis-selling? They will tell you you're buying a watermelon. You're not buying a watermelon. You're buying a pineapple. They will guide you that it's a watermelon. The way they do it is they create a gap between what is orally represented, what is pictorially represented, what is represented to you by way of brochures, and what you actually sign on, which is the agreement. And in the agreement, they say every builder's agreement has this clause, this standard clause. Whatever you've been told by way of brochures, orally, by sales staff or by whoever, does not count. Does not count at all. The only thing that counts is what is said in this agreement. This agreement is the whole and soul of it. But before this agreement, before you entered into this agreement, you already took away my 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs. Based on your brand name, I gave it because I thought, hey, come on, man, such a big name, Godrej, big name. So I gave it. Now I find that there is a big difference between what your guys told me versus what is actually there in reality. How can it be? And most of the times people don't even read the agreement. It is only when it hits them later on, then they say, hey, wait, what is this? You have told me this in the brochure. Oh, sir, but that is brochure. And the fine print on the brochure is, it is only for representation. Arey Baba, you made facts, you have spoken of facts, you're not just showing pretty pictures. Pictures can be representational and artistic impression. What about the facts you are naming? What about the promises you are making? You said this building will be completed, this project is going to be completed in 2025 December. And now you're saying, no, it is 2028 December. What do you mean? This is the kind of systematic mis-selling. Very high-handed behavior, completely unaccountable, non-transparent. There is only one word for it, and it's cheating. White-collar crime. And shockingly, they will even go so far as to forge your signature. I suppose I take a signature from you on one page, and then I copy paste it, scan it and on 20 pages. I populate 20 pages with your signature because you signed one page. They do that. And police doesn't take action against them. They're immune.
Okay. Is there some kind of protection for the consumer, maybe at the consumer redressal courts or the RERA or any kind of protection?
Yeah. To answer the question, what happens is, we got the judiciary. Common man is not in a position to approach the judiciary. Common man, if you tell the common man to even go and file a police complaint, he will hesitate. And police does not listen. So your nearest point of contact with the judiciary is police. If you go to the police, they'll say, sir, this is a matter between you and a builder. It's a civil matter. Police is, as a rule, very reluctant to entertain a case against a company. And builder companies even more so. Okay? Any company, they will say, no, sir, it is not our jurisdiction. They will not enter into that jurisdiction. It is their jurisdiction, but they won't enter into it. They don't want to do that. They don't have the wherewithal. They don't have the training. They don't have the understanding. There are a whole variety of issues here. So the police is not the place you go to when you have an issue with any company, any grievance with any company. Next, you go to civil court. or consumer court. It's very easy to say I will file a case against you in consumer court. The actual process of filing a case, if you start looking for a lawyer today, you may end up finding a good lawyer after 15 days. And it is a question of luck that good lawyer may not turn out to be a good lawyer. He may turn out to be a bad lawyer. He may turn out to be a lawyer who does a shoddy job. Whole set of issues there, lawyer related issues. By the time you go to consumer court, it is about 1.5, 2 months down, and you have already paid 60,000-70,000 rupees to the lawyer. By the time it is heard, the first hearing comes, you are 6 months down if you are lucky. Something very similar with RERA. 6, 7, 8 months later, you get one hearing. One hearing, so by the time the case is concluded, it will be a miracle if it happens before 2.5 years. Absolute miracle. Probably much more, not less. Now, into this mix, you throw in the company's lawyers. The company's lawyers are experts at diversion, delay, distraction tactics. They will lie. They will outright lie. They will say lies which are, you and I would hesitate to tell lies before a court, but they will lie at the drop of a hat. They'll say, for example, one of the examples I can give you is, they'll say into a consumer court with a very straight face, big lawyers, they'll say, Milord, he's not a consumer. What do you mean he's not a consumer? No, he's an investor. And then they will show, see in this tick box, where we asked him, own use or investment, he's ticked investment. So he's an investor, therefore he is not a consumer, therefore consumer court has no jurisdiction. Now, this is complete bullshit because you have paid money, they have accepted your money, the contract is for a flat, it is not for a share, right? They could say he's an investor if you are investing in their company, if you are buying shares. You are buying their product, they are selling that product, but they will say, no, he's an investor. Now, many of the times, either willfully or because your lawyer doesn't argue, the judge will say, yeah, dismissed. But you will say, but Baba, there are case laws here, there are others where the same argument was made and they said, no, yes, but that was not argued before me. So you have very lame judges. The judiciary is a very lame place for a common man to be. And those guys, for them, it's a well-worn path. They know the ins and outs of that path. The lawyers of builders. They know everything there is to know about this. They know how to distract, divert, sidetrack, lie, confuse, gaslight, all those tactics. They will use each and every tactic. They will use tactics like as trivial as officially his name is Krishnaraj Rao or his name is Krishna Rao, but here in this form he has filled up Krishnaraj Rao with fraudulent intent. Now the judge, instead of saying nonsense to all that and let's stick to the point, he looks at you and you are like, I'm sorry, but... And you are on the defensive. So very technical reasons. The booking was done by his wife, not by him. Baba, I booked in the name of my wife. This kind of things. They resort to the most Kamina tactics available. And so, to answer your question, while judiciary is in theory a remedy, in theory, in practice, judiciary is a very poor remedy for the common man. The common man, I don't care if your flat costs 50 lakh rupees or if it costs 5 crore rupees or if it costs 25 crore rupees, you're still the common man. So judiciary is not a realistic remedy for the common man.
So then that begs the question, what is a realistic remedy for the consumer?
Okay. The first, there's a saying, and this saying is made for people who drink alcohol and then try to stop drinking alcohol, like after becoming alcoholic. So the thing is, the way to stay dry is never to get wet, right? Like, don't start drinking and then try to get off the habit. Don't start the habit in the first place. So something like that. The easiest way to avoid this situation is don't deal with builders. Now there is this sounds like an extreme kind of thing to say, but I'll explain. Don't deal with builders is not saying don't buy a house. Don't deal with builders means don't buy a house from that source. A builder is a bad and troublesome and dangerous source for you for buying something. Don't source it from your builder. So who do you source it from? I say source it from the secondary market. Resale. Buy a house in resale. Don't buy a house from a builder. So this is along the lines of if someone is talking about share market, I'll say, listen, share market, don't buy in primary issues. Don't subscribe to primary issues. Buy shares from the market. It's something like that. Primary issues are the problem. Buy a house that's ready. And one more thing I'm saying is, do not buy under construction.
Yes.
Under all circumstances, do not buy under construction. Now, why is that? Because under construction is not a product. Under construction is a promise.